Happy Monday, friends. Welcome to Monday Meetup. I'm so excited that you're here. We are going to kick tonight off with some recognition. So I'm going to hand it over to not the other Lexi. Hand it over to Jeannie, whose name is wrong. Who cannot unmute herself.
Mute.
Thank
Got
you.
it. I literally signed out and signed back in, and then I must have clicked something wrong. I am so sorry. So, as much as when I grew up, will be just like Lexi. So we'll just go with that. But we are going to focus on those that are trending towards icon because it's not too late. We still have 13 days left to the month to get those huge amount of credits to kick off the contest to get to Cancun. Who wants to go to Cancun? Yep, pretty sure. Yep. Okay, so we have these people that have two people that are on their way. They're trending towards Icon Club. We have Michelle Nice, Kaylee Reinch, Kayla, and then three people that they have helped on their journey that they're trending towards Icon Club, Tiffany Jacobson and Michael Reinch. And then Lexi has six that she has helped. We have Lacey that has 10 and Taylor that has 8 and has that one senior silver too. So if you don't recall that it takes 10 new VIPs with 100 PV or more and 2 senior silvers on your first level. So we are so excited. I'm sorry, Lexi, I'm just going to take it away. So excited to hear from Taylor. She had a call last week, and I obviously was not on said call because I'm not on that list that I just shared with you. And I am so excited because I have also not met with this person that is leading the calls. So I'm not going to take any more info away for Taylor to share, but I am so excited that she's going to be sharing this tonight so that we can all, y'all don't say, I already missed that part. No, you haven't. There's still plenty of time. And Taylor's going to share all these nuggets from her call. Go ahead, Taylor. I'll stop talking.
Okay, perfect. So when I was thinking, like, yes, I was on the call last week for people trending towards becoming icon. There were some nuggets that I took away, but like what I'm going to talk about tonight is like what I've taken away throughout this whole journey, backdating before convention, before this was even a thing. Because if I'm being honest, like June was terrible for my business. I didn't have anybody. I didn't sign anybody in June. And so just, I mean, I've been in this business for 2 years, but really what I've learned the past couple months has really helped me build that belief and like continuing to grow towards being an icon. And so really what I've kind of learned and taken away from even last week's call and just throughout this journey of like this new icon club is using your own journey as content and connection points with people by sharing the messy middle. Don't just create your social media to be like a highlight reel. Don't just share all of the good things in your life. Share the messy stuff because that's what people connect to. And it's something that you kind of just have to figure out who you can connect with. I personally cannot connect with people who are like my mom's age going through menopause. I am currently connecting with moms who are going through sleep regressions and are running on 5 hours of sleep. Like I talked about Brooke's sleep today in my stories. I had people coming out of the woodworks talking about their kids. Like, and it's just kind of finding something where you can connect to other people. And it does not have to turn into a sale right then and there. It's all about creating that relationship and like that connection piece. Because that's what people want is connection. They want somebody else that's going through the same thing as them and how like you guys can like how we can relate to one another. So that is something that that has really, really stood out to me. And oftentimes, once you make that connection, then when the timing's right, you kind of transition into that, you know, hey, you need my mama mocktail. If you're running on 5 hours of sleep, you need this in your life. And sometimes they say no, and that's okay. Because sometimes no is that they just don't know. And so using that no as like a little bit of fuel to light your fire, to like keep going, like, okay, like how else can I connect with them and relate to them so that they do know what these products can do for them. And so really just like celebrating the no's, because for a while I got really, sometimes you get in that little rut where you're like, dang it, they said not right now. But I kind of had to like flip my mind, be like, okay, they just don't know, so I'm gonna kind of tweak some stuff and see if I can relate to them a little bit more. um and so, like I said, just keep building those relationships no matter what. And following up with people also matters. And maybe it's not following up about the products. Maybe you know that they went on a family vacation and you're just like, hey, like, how was your guys' trip? Or you know that they, you know, had a crazy busy week back to school. Like, did you survive the first week back to school? Just something like super, super simple. Sometimes simple goes a lot further than like this big long paragraph of fluff, essentially. Um, and just really going back to, why are you doing this? What's your purpose? Why are you here? Um, for me personally, it's so that I can continue staying home with my baby. Um, it looks different for everybody. Maybe it is so that you can, make a car payment, or it's the extras for your kids to go to all of their sports and dance and all of those things. But really just kind of like going back to your why, and why do you want this? What is like this community going to do for you? What is this extra stream of income going to do for you? What is connecting people going to do for you in the long run? And so I think really just, like I said, connecting with people. Don't stop at no when they tell you no. Take that as a win, essentially, and just really coming back to your why and anchoring in that. And then once those things kind of all click, you're going to find your accountability partners. Like, it'll all come to fruition. I mean, the day you plant the seed isn't the day you get the fruit. So it like it takes time. And so in my mind, I have icon ending in August, but that's not true because it ends at the end of the year. But for me, like, I set a goal for myself, and like, I want to be icon by August 31st. Like, I have it written down on this sticky note that Robin made us do last week. So it has been floating around my house. um, so really just know that, just like keep your eye on your vision and don't give up. Even if you're going through the lowest of the lows or the highest of the highs, like, just keep going. Like I said, June was absolutely terrible for me in my business. And then July, it like exploded. And it has been like vice versa for some other people on our team. So it's just kind of crazy how all of that works out. But I have not given up. I have not taken my eye off of being an icon. And so I just keep bringing myself back to these simple things. And I truly think that that's what's helped me get this far into becoming an icon. So that's about all I have.
I love it so much. I'm so proud of you. Anybody else feel like maybe Taylor just took it and took it the simple, like bring it down to simple, the basics, why, the being a human on the internet, connecting. So good. And it's working, obviously. You can see it with her name on the #1 spot right now. Also, by being where she is and helping the people that she's helped, she's already helped 3 people in August. And if you weren't on the call last Wednesday, Plexus rolled out this whole new thing where we get extra credits for Cancun. We have Cancun contest coming. If you have not seen, we're going to Cancun in February. The contest starts September 1st. In the past, you might recall where they've done double credits before. I don't believe they're doing double credits for this contest. However, I'm going to put a post up in Success Starts With You that's going to explain this. So you don't have to take notes, but just hear me now. Credits are doubled right now. So Taylor has already helped 3 people. You go rock a baby. You go rock a baby. Give her a big old snuggle. Taylor's helped 3 people so far in August. And by doing that, she's already going to start September 1st, the Cancun contest, with 300 credits. Like this is double credit month. And this post is going to break it down exactly how it's doubled, because usually enrolling 3 would be 75 once the contest starts, but Plexus is doubling it right now. So you get 300 for helping 3 people. Hopefully that makes sense. And then when we go on and help 6 total in August, you're going to get 300 credits, 150 for 3, 300 for 6. Did I say that wrong?
That's all right. You just
150
fixed it.
credits for 3 people, 300 when you help 6, and then 800 when you go icon. There are already 2 people in Plexus who are going to walk in on September 1st with 1,100 credits. They just posted about it in the academy. That's insane. The 1,600 credits is what gets you the trip to Cancun. So crazy. So I'm gonna put this post up in Success Starts With You. That way it kind of explains how it's double credits. But if you have been around and you're like, oh yeah, well, they'll double credits the first month and I'm just gonna wait for that. We're not waiting for that. It's right now is double credits. It starts in August. It starts today. It starts with what you've done since August 1st. So that is very, very exciting. Also, the call that Taylor talked about that she was on last week, invites are going to continue to go out to that call every single week. I verified before this call to make sure. So when you hit your 5 new VIPs, June, July, August. Let me get my ish straight over here. July and August, when you get up to 5 VIPs, so you have 5 in your little circle in your icon tracker on your back office, you're going to get an invite to those weekly calls. So it's just like the icon. The sooner you hit icon, the sooner you get on the calls with Eric Worre, the sooner you get to 5 VIPs, and halfway to icon on the VIP side of things, you get invited to that call on Wednesdays. So keep that in mind. You're not out of the gate to be on that call as well. And then one other thing that I'm gonna share with you since you're here, and it's gonna make the most sense for me telling you about it here before we hop over to 35 to Thrive, is our Thursday night messenger chats. We're gonna do a little pivot, a little tweak, make it a little fun. And we're gonna do things a little bit different starting now. I was gonna wait and start this in September, but we have time left in August and everybody's pushing for icon, so we're gonna start it now. So you have seen us opening our Thursday night chats on Tuesdays the last couple weeks. And this is what we're gonna do this time. And hopefully I can get this straight so it's not confusing. We're gonna open the chat tomorrow because it's Tuesday. We're going to open the chat. It's going to be open up for business. You can join it. You can add people to it. You can add your VIPs who want to share. You can add your potentials. Then starting tomorrow, we're going to have stories drop every other day. And the actual messenger chat event will be next Thursday. So this chat is going to be open from the 18th to the 28th for you to be able to add people. And every other day, we're going to have themed stories dropped. Does it make sense so far? So like tomorrow, the chat's going to open. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We're going to have pregnant and nursing stories dropping in tomorrow. So that way you can be like, oh my gosh, join this chat, see these stories, made me think of you. Can I add you? It's going to prompt adding that. There will be no content dropped the following day. And then on Thursday, we're going to have men's stories and energy stories coming in. So you'll have those stories, and all of this will be scrollable because it's in a Facebook Messenger chat. Nothing on Thursday night, nothing on Friday, nothing through the weekend. Then Monday morning, it'll pop back up with teachers' stories. And I'm going to make sure and put this all down so you don't have to remember. You'll know what's coming, or you can just see what comes up in the chat once you join it. And then nothing on next Tuesday. Wednesday will be kids' stories. And then Thursday will be the typical, hey, the events tonight. We'll have the poll in there so they can vote for what they're looking for. And we're going to add a sign up special also. So I really want you, this is going to be the only messenger chat we're doing for the rest of August. So I really want you to lean in and use this, use it to your advantage and lean on it. We're going to have lots of stories dropping in there. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll try to type it out so that way it makes sense with like a little, this is what it's going to happen schedule, but we're going to have specific stories dropping on specific days every other day. So it won't be super active and like annoying that people are annoyed of it, but it's going to be really, really full of information. They can scroll back. Saying that, if you fall into or have a story of men or energy, so your husband, Dylan does, or energy, and you want to be featured in this chat, I'm going to invite you to do that and send over your story, whether it is a written out post or a recorded video. If you can get them to me before the day that is that day, then you will be featured in the chat. And I would love to have you featured. Or if you have a VIP who has a really, really great story and they're a teacher, ask them to write up their story and then tell them that you're going to feature them in this messenger chat. What a better way to have them feel excited to invite their friends to the chat by having their story actually featured along with some others. So, men and energy, teachers, and kids. If you have stories like that and you want to be featured, just send over your story either in a short video, like a minute or less, or written up as well, or a team member. You just pop over those stories and we're going to have that going on for the Thursday Messenger chat. That's what I have. Does anybody have any questions, concerns? I'm going to stop the recording.